This is Ifan from the Strategic Day Trader, and this is your market wrap for January 13th, 2020. Q's up another 1% here, new all-time highs. SPY up 0.6 here, new all-time highs. It does feel like I am repeating myself pretty frequently here, but there's really just two scenarios that I'm looking for here to change from our bullish bias. And that is we get some meaningful acceleration. And if we just look at this hourly here, right, we don't really get that extended from the 20 MA, right? And that's one way to measure extension. Otherwise, we are just grinding our way higher in this uptrend, right? SPY, Qs, both the same here. Or we might get some meaningful gap down, maybe leaving behind this pivot here. Maybe we gap to 210 or something. If we got something like that, then we could expect the next sell setup or breakdown to be a sellable opportunity, a shortable opportunity. But otherwise, for now, it just remains, sell-offs to be buyable opportunities. Okay. I got this question on Friday as well. What do you make of this red bar that we're getting in the SPY and Qs? And it was the same thing. I said the hourly remains in an uptrend. Expect that these sell-offs to be buyable opportunities. So bullish, we look higher still, where you've been grinding higher. This is a well-maintained uptrend that we've got on the Qs and SPY. So, no top in sight quite yet. Maybe if we really get going, meaningful acceleration, then we can start to talk about, shortable opportunities. But for now, bullish going into tomorrow. We do have the start of earnings season now, and that could also give us some interesting volatility, something to watch for as well. It will kind of make the market less of an issue for us as day traders, because we will be looking for things that are gapping on their own page, and we're going to be getting it, no doubt, in the days to come. Okay, so hope you're excited. Hasn't been a difficult market to trade lately, but it's always nice to get even more gaps. I thought we had a lot today. So yeah, a lot more stuff to look at. That's why the last couple of weeks I've been trying to stress the importance of reiterating what you're looking for in the morning, so that when the market opens, you know where to put your attention. Okay. All right. Only one play from me today, and that was the TDOC. Honestly, it was a bit of a monster one today. I'm really glad that we were able to play this, and that it worked out as well as it did here. This was a pro gap here, okay, on the TDOC. All right, gapping over, and then over this 2-minute base here. Okay, so it did trigger right here. I apologize. You'll see that this was kind of called, I'm on mountain time, so that was actually called here around 10:30, and then eventually triggered right here. So about 10-15 minutes later it triggered. Okay, targets, we were looking for it to make new highs. We did get the new highs. We took some, and then we were looking for the next run up, which we did get. Now here's the part that I want you to kind of look at your own management a little bit. Now I was looking for 94.50 as the next piece. That was going to be about 4 hours there on the remaining. Okay, but we only captured a little over 20% of what the max move was here. Okay, so that's something that, yes, the official play got out, but when I asked people when it was breaking $98 in the room, I asked them, are some people still in it? I hope some people decided to look for bigger targets, and there were. And that I really have to applaud there, because it's really that kind of approach, that kind of independent trading, consistent management. You're trading your own management style, right? Makes it so that you're not limited by the by the limitations that I am, the mistakes I make, right? If you were to just copy everything that I do, right, you would also inherit all the mistakes that I make, right? But as traders, and I think for most of us, that desire to make it in the market, and when we initially come to it, are looking for some sort of independence. So, really good job for those of you that played it. Also, those of you that used your own management and did even better, right, than we did from just following what I did. So I told you, as we got to the target, I'm going to be taking half. And then as we got to the next target, I'm going to be taking the last runner there. But, some people were still in it, even dollars above where I got out. So, really nice play overall. I think the max on this was something above like 12 Rs or something, really, really big there. But we only got about a little over 20% of the move here. But it was still a pretty nice play, though. Okay, so this I had as the number 3 gap up. I did like it a lot. Did consider it for the open. I liked the Nuon and the HOME as well. Those were the only other ones I thought kind of were kind of competitive in their in the effectiveness of this gap. Home got sold right at the open, so I wasn't really watching that. Nuon eventually, had a nice rally there, also continuing the bullishness there. So that was kind of the focus for the morning, and had to be patient a little bit. I think it was okay to play it right at the open. That was fine, but waited until we got a nice solid base here. You can see it's curling right off of that 20 MA there, right in here. Oh, get rid of that. Before giving us this breakout here. So initially it looked like it wasn't going to follow through, but it wasn't a wide range bar. We didn't see a huge pickup in volume, so there was no reason for me to kind of get out of it early. So, and that was just based on the management. Now, if we did get some kind of, big pop or volume, and volume really picked up, then I'd be looking to be a little bit more careful if I got an inside bar. But let this one play out, and turned out okay. Okay. All right. So banks this week on the list for earnings. So expect to see, JPM, WFC, BAC, the usual suspects as far as banks that are going to be gapping. And then really next week is when we start to get kind of an overwhelming almost amount of things to look at. So, hopefully last couple weeks you've been kind of honing in on the morning process, the pre-market process, as well as the process at the open, because things are about to pick up here. So, looking forward to it. Hope you are too. If you didn't do too much today, should still have plenty of trading left this week, okay? So I will talk to you tomorrow. Still bullish going into tomorrow. We'll see if we get something different here on the Qs and SPY, but otherwise we'll be, trading the gaps all throughout earnings season. Okay? Have a good evening. I will talk to you tomorrow.